Good morning, Miramar. I'm your host, Tamara G, and welcome to another Wednesday edition of our show. We are so happy to have you. Don't forget, you can check us out on all of our social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as City of Miramar. And with me today, let me tell you, this is the hardest working commissioner for the City of Miramar. I'm going to start making you a co-host because we have Commissioner Maxwell B. Chambers here, and his Summer Forever event is happening this weekend. So welcome to the show again, Commissioner.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to see you every time.
Exactly. So tell us about Summer Forever, because I know it feels like Summer Forever in South Florida, and we want it to be. But what is this great event that you're doing?
This great event is Summer Forever that we have, and this is the first year we're having Summer Forever. It's going to be an annual event.
Okay.
And Summer Forever is a community appreciation and give back. So I didn't just want to do another back to school event. So I partnered with the NG Restaurant, Mr. Richard Hills.
Okay.
So we've been discussing this for quite a few years, and we finally decided to make it happen this year.
And with the give back to the community, what does that involve?
Well, what happened, for those of you out there, this is the only Saturday in July you're going to be able to eat and drink for free. So we'll be giving away food, Caribbean food, patties, drinks, water, all of that good stuff going to be for free. In addition to that, we have school supplies, book bag, and so forth that we're going to be giving away to families that need school supply. Okay,
and it's open to anyone?
It's open to anyone, open to the public. We do have bounce houses, different games and stuff for the children. We're going to have the water splash pad open. So for those of you who want to come and cool off, you know, the kids, they always love the water. So we're going to have that open. And in addition to that, we also have the radio station going to be there playing music from 3 p.m. all the way up to 6 p.m.
Okay, and it actually goes until 10 p.m.
It goes until 10.
It's going to be a day to night event.
Right, so once 7 p.m. comes around, we're going to switch to live entertainment.
Wow.
We have a band coming, we have different performers coming, so we're going to have a full day. We're going to have chairs that you could sit down, relax, listen to the music. If someone want to bring their chairs, blanket, that's fine. But all day from 3 o'clock, we're going to have fun, you know, have some pizza for the kids. We have different vendors that, you know, you can visit different vendors and get information. The board, property appraiser going to be there, Metro PCS and so forth. We're going to have raffle that we're going to be giving away, you know, from different businesses. So it's a community give back. We're giving back that day everything to the community.
Now, is it just for Miramar residents? Because I know a lot of people who love coming to Miramar, because, you know, it is right here in Miramar. We already know that. But is it open for other people?
It's open for everyone to come. But we would hope that for the book bags giveaway and the school supply, we want people who are really in need of it to get those resources. Now, in addition to that, we're also doing what we connect family and friends with other family with resources. So we encourage people to come, if they can bring stuff, to bring some donations.
So you're asking for donations as well?
Right. So we do have Haiti and Jamaica that we want to send some supplies to. So for those of you who can afford to, please bring some stuff that you want to donate, whether it's money, book bags, school supply, whatever it is. You don't have to, but if you can, just bring something that you can contribute back.
And this is all happening this coming Saturday?
This coming Saturday, July 27th. We start at 3 p.m. and we go up until 6 p.m. with the water splash pad and so forth. Of course, the games and stuff may go on a little later, but then at 7 p.m. we kicked into gear with the live entertainment and the band and so forth. So for people who want to come a little later, enjoy the music, kick back and relax, fine.
Because you know there are some people who don't come out until the sun goes down. So,
but I think between 4 and 7, that's when we're doing the food and the book bag. So somewhere there. But for the younger children, they're going to be there from 3. If they need something to eat, of course, we're going to have some pizza or stuff for that, for them to snack on until
the party starts. Right? Well, sounds good. All right.
But it's going to be a wonderful event.
A party all day long, right?
Right.
And the best part about this, Commissioner Chambers, and I know that you're always concerned about this, is that it is affordable
Right,
for
right,
families,
right,
and
right.
there can't be anything more affordable than free.
I could make it more affordable. I could make it free. But
Yeah.
so for those of you out there, this is a Saturday you do not want to miss. It's going to be great entertainment. A lot of local folks, local artists going to show their talent on stage, and I'm going to have a live band, and just to mingle and get on out the house and have a fun time, get off the gadget. Miramar is where it's at. Shirley Branca, 6900 Miramar Parkway. Commissioner Chambers, along with G&G Restaurant, going to be there, Caribbean Restaurant too. We're going to give away food and everything.
And
so,
that's amazing, because I have been at D&G when that line was out the door. So if you all are giving away free food on Saturday, y'all need to be there to
of
get
course,
that D&G
free
restaurant
food, free drinks,
everything.
water,
It's
everything
nice.
is free, entertainment.
Everything.
The bounce house says it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful afternoon for our residents here in Miramar.
All right, so that is happening Saturday. I'm going to put up the flyer here. Saturday, July 27th from 3 to 10 p.m. at Shirley Branca Park. That's 6900 Miramar Parkway. Everything is free. So come on out, bring your families. It is going to be a great event. Thank you so much, Commissioner
Like I said,
Chambers.
it's the only and last day in July to eat for free.
That's right, summer forever. And it's right here in Miramar. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching Good Morning Miramar. I'm your host, Tamara G. And with me this morning, we have the pastors of Cool Church that's right here in Miramar, Pastors Terrence Wilson and his lovely wife, Pastor Joanne Wilson. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome to Miramar.
Yes.
Thank you so much for accepting us and having us here.
No problem. So tell us all about Cool Church, because I know that obviously stands for something, but you
Right.
guys seem like some cool people too. So
Thank you.
tell us what is Cool Church all about.
Yeah, let's start with the name, because everybody always thinks, oh, you got this fun name. What is that about? Yeah, it's attractive, but cool actually does stand for something. Cool stands for created out of love. How do I know we were created out of love? Because while we were sinners, we believed that Christ died for us. But not only were we created out of love, we were created by love, for God is love. But then the last step is the most fun part, which is where church comes in. We're created for love. What is the point of knowing that God loves you if you can't take it and love somebody else? Got to love our neighbor as ourselves. So that's what cool stands for.
Wow. And so you all have been gracious enough to bless the city of Miramar with Cool Church. How did this come about?
I mean, when we were looking for a place to plant, because we are a plant from Trinity Church that's located in Miami, and we were thinking about where the need was and where we can be a blessing, and Miramar was right at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Miramar has over 140,000 residents
That's right.
here, and we didn't see that many places of worship to help
Right.
serve those people in the community. And so we really was just like, let's go somewhere where we can really be a blessing to the community.
Right.
That's awesome. So, Pastor Terrence, I know that it's a huge undertaking to start a church for both of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Obviously, you had to get that signed.
Absolutely.
And how long did it take before you decided to make that move?
Well, I mean, I've been in the ministry for the last 14 years, serving as an associate pastor. And over the last year of my life, and me and my wife have really just been talking and processing, and you get to a place where you just want to do more.
Yeah.
And for me, the essence of church is family. So I'm thinking, man, how can I grow this family? How can I build a better culture? How can we really love on a community? How can we take what we have to a space that needs it? And God just began to work on my heart. And once again, it started with my own family.
Yeah.
The hardest person for me to reach was my father. And all we ever did was love on my dad. I never was the one to say, Dad, you need to come to church. I was a pastor, but I never pastored my father, not in sermons, but I always pastored him with love. And I said, man, if I could just love on this man enough, then he'll change. And it took forever. I prayed 60 plus years. I mean, the man's 60 something years old. And eventually, just by being there and loving him, he began to embrace the same faith that we now believe. Now my dad is probably the biggest advocate of Cool Church. He's there every Sunday. He's probably invited
He's there before
more
the
people.
days, their doors open,
Absolutely.
huh?
So I said, if I could do this in my home, and I can do this with my family, what would happen if we began to build families here? See, we believe if you build strong families, you build strong futures. everything that we need to succeed, it starts at home. And that's what Cool Church is all about.
Absolutely.
And go ahead, Pastor Joanne. You wanted to add to that?
I mean, that echoes my sentiment in our family as well. Miramar was actually where we lived and I grew up. A good part of my early teenage years, I was here. Okay. And unfortunately, we had a break in our family. Our parents split, and it just caused a big mess in our family. And I always associated Miramar with pain. Okay. And I moved away. I moved to New York, and I never wanted to even come back here because
and
of
look
that
at
pain.
where you are right
and
now.
And then it's like God. And then when this comes, this assignment, I would say, comes. It was just like, really, God, of all places, you're gonna send me back to Miramar. And Miramar was a place where my family was broken, but it's a place where we're helping to rebuild families.
Amen.
And I think that's a beautiful thing.
And speaking of families, I heard that the church is very inviting to families and to young people.
Absolutely.
Bringing them in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We touch the generational gamut. I mean, you got grandmas, grandpas, uncles, aunties. We like to say we want church to feel like a big family reunion.
Absolutely.
So everybody is welcome, whatever race, space, culture, creed you come from. And generation, for so long going to church, for me, there was a very young generation that was there and a very old generation, and nobody filled the gap in between. And I'm like, that's not what heaven looks like.
Yeah.
So we really do our best to try to make this thing feel like family, and that's what we're beginning to see more and more of here in Miramar.
All right. Well, I'm sure a lot more cool people are going to be attending Cool Church. How can they get more information, and particularly since it's right here in Miramar, to attend services?
Well, every Sunday, we're here at 10 a.m. Service starts promptly at 10 a.m. And the doors open at 9:45. We have all kinds of fun things like coffee and times to mix and mingle, tea and water, so that you can be here. Because again, it's for free, right? Free, right?
Yeah, love free.
And it's just our way, because for us, we want people to feel at home.
The fellowship.
Yes, and so you come at 9:45. Doors open at 10. And right now we have one service in the morning, and then we also have kids services. The kids services also start at 10 o'clock, and check-in begins at 9:45, and we have a whole separate program just for them. They learn the word, they have lessons, praise and worship. It's like their own little mini church, and we call it the Cool Kids.
All right.
Yes.
So
we take kids all the way from 6 months all the way to 11 years old. So it really is a family-driven church.
Amen. All right. Well, you can check it out. Cool Church. It is here at the City of Miramar, because everything is right here in Miramar. At the Miramar Cultural Center, that's 2400 Civic Center Place. Again, doors open at 9:45. Come, fellowship, drink coffee, just talk to different people, get to know different people, bring your family. And again, service starts promptly at 10 a.m. at the Miramar Cultural Center, 2400 Civic Center Place. We certainly appreciate you guys coming in today. Thank you for being a new church here in Miramar.
Can I add one thing?
Sure.
I didn't tell you guys where you can find us.
Absolutely.
Online, we have our website is thecoolchurch.com, and on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it's at We Are Cool Church.
Okay.
Yes.
And we are cool, and we are out of here. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Tamara G, and we are so happy that you are tuning in to Good Morning Miramar. We are, of course, on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And speaking of the City of Miramar, right here from our Parks and Recreation Department, we have Janine Aline. She is here. Hello. And how are you?
I'm wonderful.
One of my favorite people in the city.
Thank you, Tamara.
You're welcome. And of course, it is Parks and Recreation Month.
Yeah.
July is Parks and Recreation Month. And we have stuff going on all year long, but particularly in July.
Absolutely. And I'm so happy to be here to tell you about some of the fun initiatives that we have in the City of Miramar for our month that we're celebrating. We have a Teen Fit program for all the teens to come out to our centers, ages 15 through 19, and they can work out for free.
Okay, you mentioned the word free there.
Yes.
That they can actually come into any of the centers and work out.
Yes, they can.
Wow.
All they have to do is fill out some paperwork and show us a student ID, and they can work out for free.
That's amazing. So trying to keep them in shape for the school year that's coming up. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. And then for those who like basketball, we have what we call Hip Hop Saturdays. If some people are from New York or familiar with the Rutgers Park, during the summertime when they would play music and there would be basketball games going on, we're doing that similar at all of our facilities, our indoor facilities, Sunset Lakes and the Youth Enrichment Center. So it's a 15-minute running clock. It's a $3 per person admission, and it's a lot of fun. And so far, it's been pretty successful for the month of July.
Well, you know what? Parents are always, and teens themselves are trying to find something to do, and particularly inside is always good.
Yes,
for the summer here.
Yes.
But you know, this is great that the city decided to come up with a program that would, I guess, benefit them as far as physically, but also be something that's entertaining to them.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we want the community to know that we cater for everyone. You know, we have programs for all of our ages throughout the community, and we're not leaving the teens out during the summer. We want them to come to our facilities and have a good time as well.
Okay, so we're going to put this one up on the camera here so Andy can show that one. The Teen Fit, and again, if you just bring your ID, your student ID, you can come in and you can work out at any of the facilities for free. Free is for me at all times. So that's that one. And then what else do you have?
Well, for us, we have two aquatics facilities, and we have our Funbrella Spectacular going on Fridays. You get 50% discount on a Funbrella rental at any one of our aquatics locations.
Perfect.
50% off. And then this summer we have our cool Miramar Sports backpacks. Our little bags that we have for sale, it's for $5, and they're at all the locations in various colors. I think the Army Fatigue colors is like the most popular one for the summer.
So you can put everything in it.
Everything in it, and take it onto the pool or wherever you want to go and have a good time in our City of Miramar aquatic facilities.
Right. So that is for the public, but you have something for the employees too. And this has been fun. I remember when you guys started this about 3 years ago, and let me tell you, these departments, they get into it. Let me tell you.
You're so right, Tamara. This is called Battle of the Departments, and you're so right. It's 3 years that we started this event, and this year is the same. We had 3-on-3 basketball, volleyball, and then this Thursday we're actually going to be playing soccer at Regional Park. So now let's talk about the departments that have already signed up and are involved for this soccer tournament.
And this is a big one. I mean, they'd love to get out there, and this is for bragging rights.
This is bragging rights. There's a trophy that they get to keep, and trust me, they do brag.
Right. Oh yeah.
So for soccer this Thursday, we have, of course, Parks and Recreation. We have our police department that has signed up a team, Public Works, utilities.
What about IT? Because they had some, I believe they had, what do you call them, the people that are ringers. They had a couple of ringers on the IT department.
Exactly. So IT has partnered with City Hall. So that they've combined this year. And they have a team. What I'm most excited about, we have a team from the city manager's office.
What? Okay, I can't wait to see them play soccer. Now, this is going to be at Miramar Regional Park.
At Regional Park, and I can't forget the fire department. They've also signed up a team as well. So this is going to be Thursday at this Thursday.
Tomorrow.
From 12 to 2 at Regional Park.
All right. So, and is there a cost for people to come out and see that?
It's absolutely free.
Okay. It's very funny if you hadn't seen it before. But again, major bragging rights on who is going to come away with this trophy for soccer.
Absolutely. And hopefully it will be Parks and Recreation.
All right. Look at you putting it. That sounds like you're going to be talking to the referees or something.
No. It's just that we want to go out and have some good fun, but we want to have the bragging rights and the trophy to go home with.
All right. Well, tell everybody, if they did not get all of the information, where can they go to find more information, of course, for everything that's going on Parks and Rec?
Absolutely. I mean, you want to visit the City of Miramar's website, click on our Parks and Recreation link, and you'll see all of the information there that we discussed today. And of course, you'll get to see our wonderful facilities that we have throughout the city and all of the sports and recreational programs that we have to offer as well.
Awesome. And that website, of course, is MiramarFL.gov. Again, you can click on the Parks and Recreation Department link, and you can find out all this information. Thank you so much, Janine.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
Tara.
it. As always, just a great, she is so great. I love her.
No, you're great. Thank you.
Thank
it's a
you.
pleasure meeting with you today.
Thank you. All right, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm Tamara G, your host of Good Morning Miramar, and we have just had an awesome time today. We're going to close it out with some wonderful people who are here with me. We have Theresa Morgan. She is the author of the book Cabin Boy, and also with me here, Charlie Southers. He is the artistic director of the Roxy Theater Group. And the reason why we wanted to talk about Cabin Boy is because not only did Theresa write this book, but she has turned this into a musical play. So we are so happy to have both of you here. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Tamara. I'm thrilled to be here.
Thank you for having us.
No, let me tell you. So let's talk about this book, because this has been a passion of yours for a long time. And you actually have seen it come to fruition. Tell us about it.
And it's such a thrill, let me tell you. So this book, I wrote the original draft in middle school.
Wow.
It was something.
Which wasn't that long ago, right?
a little time ago. But I didn't come back to it until after college.
Okay.
I was burnt out from college and I was trying to find a job, and I sort of felt a dry spell as a creator. And so I reread this draft that I'd written in middle school, and I thought, wow, I still like this. I still think people should hear this. So I decided to self-publish it and promote it to schools in Miramar, in Pembroke Pines, all around Broward and South Florida, until I met the sound designer for the Roxy Theater Group. And then I met Charlie and our director, Anna, and the rest is history.
Wow, and that is just how it happened. So tell us a little bit about Cabin Boy. What is the story about?
The story follows a 13-year-old girl named Emily in the early 18th century Caribbean.
Okay.
So if you like Pirates of the Caribbean, this is just like that. But she disguises herself as a boy to help the British Royal Navy find her father, who's gone missing. And she tries to deliver a message that he wrote to her. But along the way, she gets kidnapped by pirates. So
I hate when that happens.
Don't you just hate it? Yeah, so this story is her journey
And she's still disguised as a boy.
She's still disguised as a boy, yes. So this story, it has a lot of empowering messages about heroism and how girls can see themselves as heroes too, and about how boys can see themselves as allies to the girls who are heroes, and be heroes themselves too, of course.
That's awesome.
And her journey is not only learning how to survive as a sailor and around all of these scary pirates, but to learn how to speak her truth in the moment that it needs to be said.
This is amazing. And so Cabin Boy is now officially a musical. And Charlie, that's where you guys come in, because I'm sure you get, many people trying to pitch ideas to you, or hey, why don't you make my book into a play, or why don't you do this, or we could put this on, or whatever. What made Cabin Boy so special that you guys said, you know what, we actually are going to do this one?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because it's something that's part of our mission as the Roxy. We've been around for almost 18 years, and it's the kind of thing that we would love to do more. Often, you'd be surprised that we don't get as many offers, but we were very fortunate that our technical director was doing a project, I think, the same time as Therese, and that's how Therese got introduced to the Roxy, and it was an exciting project. We could see the excitement in her, and that's sort of what's really driven this whole project. And the fact that she wrote the book and that she was self-publishing and promoting it to youth in Miami-Dade County, and then that she's musical. And she was able to write the music and compose, the lyrics and all that. She was able to adapt it herself is amazing. And so this whole project is coming together so quickly, even though it's been almost 2 years.
Okay.
We've got these performers that are here with us today that they're really excited to perform what she's got.
And tell us about the Roxy Theater Group, because you're right, you guys have been around a long time. You put on a lot of productions.
They do great stuff.
Yes, and the kids that you all, and I say kids, young people, that you find to be in these plays and in these productions, how do you guys find them?
Well, the Roxy runs a year-round program. We've got after-school programs that include acting, singing, dance, musical theater, improv, all types of dance. And these kids range from between 5 and 14. Sometimes they go all the way to 18. They graduate, then they come back and teach for us. So it's a full circle kind of thing. These kids are teaching the kids that are working now. So the kids that are here today are actually kids that have found their way to the Roxy, and by word of mouth, right? And it's through projects like this that really excites people in the theater, in the arts, which is an important aspect, I think, of life. It's really exciting to be able to provide that, and to be here today to do this and present this thing that's coming up very soon.
Coming up, and let's talk about that right now, because it's coming up August 2nd and 3rd.
Yes, we have our world premiere August 2nd and 3rd. It's going to be Friday, August 2nd at 8 p.m.
Okay.
That's our big premiere.
Okay.
And then Saturday we have performances at 4 o'clock p.m. and 8 o'clock p.m.
You have a matinee too.
We do
Look
have a
at
matinee.
you. Wow. All right, you're doing the most over here, Therese. So, I mean, for this to be it's your first production, correct?
It is, yes.
So when you see the young people from the Roxy bringing your characters to life, I mean, is it what you envisioned? Do you see, do you see Emily on stage?
I have moments where I am on the verge of tears because
Wow.
it's so powerful.
Okay.
And just to have my characters that I've kept with me for so long actually in the real world now, walking, talking, singing beautifully and moving around is just incredible.
It's a surreal experience, you know.
Okay.
I've been on this side of the table too, and when you see actors putting your words out into, reality, it's sort of hard to take in altogether.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when you see these young actors performing, you're looking at them and saying, you know what, I'm going to see you on a big screen somewhere soon. I'm going to see you in movies. I'm going to see you on TV shows because you can see the talent that is being groomed right there in front of you.
And you never know where a project can go and what the actors can get and give from this project. Hadestown, the musical, just won Best Musical at the Tony Awards this year. After 13 years, and it started as a community theater project in Vermont. So it started just like we started, and you never know where it can go.
Never know. So how can people get tickets? We're actually going to be coming back in just a little bit because we have a special performance. You guys have some performers here.
Who's
here with us?
We have Madison Piedra. She's playing our leading lady, Emily.
Emily is in town.
And
Okay.
her counterpart here is Anthony Quintana.
Okay.
And he'll be playing the part of Tom.
Okay.
And we have Angeli Peña, who's playing the island queen that comes in halfway through the story.
Oh, it takes place all over the Caribbean.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Really
over the
exciting.
all
Caribbean.
different islands.
Okay.
It takes place on a ship too.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, good. So now tell people before we go to break how they can get tickets.
Okay, you can find us all over social media. We have a Facebook page and an Instagram and a Twitter, and we have our own website, cabinboythemusical.com. And our Twitter handle is cabinboymusical. Our Instagram is cabinboythemusical. And you can get tickets on Eventbrite. Find us at cabinboy.eventbrite.com.
All right, sounds good. And so, again, that's going to be at FIU on August 2nd and 3rd. This is the FIU North Campus, correct?
South
Campus.
in Sweetwater.
Campus. Okay, in Sweetwater. So, the South Campus of FIU, August 2nd and 3rd. A Friday night show, a matinee on Saturday at 4, and then another evening show on that Saturday at 8 p.m. But when we come back, we are going to see, again, Theresa's characters, at least 3 of them, brought to life right here on our stage here at Good Morning Miramar. They are part of the musical Cabin Boy, and we'll be right back. Good morning, Miramar, and welcome back to the show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat for you. You're going to hear from the Island Queen from Cabin Boy, the musical.
Hi, my name's Angeli Peña, and I am the Caribbean Queen, Cacique. Just to set the scene, some sailors have just washed upon my shore, and I am hell-bent on getting them out. You are surrounded, Captain Rona. Try to fight, and we will kill you all. You think I'll cower in fear the moment that you shout? You are just a man like the pirates I've heard all about. They brush on every tree and dig through all your land. Think they'll get respect when they hold their weapons in their hand. Legends and rumors of sailors just like you. Now I see it clearly, and everyone is true. Take away their weapons and bring them back to their boat.
Get your tickets today. You can go on Eventbrite. Cabin Boy is going to have its world premiere on Friday and Saturday, August 2nd and 3rd at FIU's Sweetwater campus, FIU South. Get your tickets today. You don't want to miss it. Now we will hear from the 2 main characters, and we thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Miramar, and we'll see you next time.
I never knew what it felt like to sail. All my life I was playing pretend. I never talked about anything real. Courage failed me again and again. I'm not really sure how to say this to you, or if my words can change your mind. Too many days I let truth get away, but I can't stay quiet this time. Don't, Tom, don't lose yourself in the darkness. Don't become someone who's heartless. Hear me out just for tonight. And I know, Tom, it feels like your father was stolen. It feels like a part of you's broken. Don't forget someone still needs you. Don't forget you're not alone. Just find a way home.
How could you possibly know how I feel when your father might still be alive? Where you've got hope, I've got nothing left in me but hate for what he did to mine. It's all I can do to not throw myself at him and hurt him however I can. He has to pay for what he took away from me. You'll never understand.
Don't, Tom, don't lose yourself in the
I can't stop
darkness.
remembering
Don't become
darkness.
someone who's
How could he have been
heartless.
so
Hear me out just
heartless?
for tonight.
I can't let it go.
And I know, Tom, it feels like your father was
It
stolen.
feels like my father was
It feels like a part
stolen.
of you's broken.
Feels like a part of me's broken.
Don't forget someone
but
still
my
needs
mother's still back
you.
there.
Don't forget you're not alone. Just find a way home, no matter what's coming ahead.
This is not where my story ends. I have got to find some way to get back home. To get back home.